The study of Africa is important in our daily life because it shapes and influences many aspects of it. Africa and the people of Africa have contributed to our lives in fields of study in culture, politics, education, agriculture, and overall shaped human origin. Africa is the second largest continent with a diverse group of people living on it. The culture and geography of Africa also play a role in its history and why we study it. It is home to the largest desert, some of the largest rivers, and even some mountains.
Political and social structures in ancient Africa show modern society why the study of Africa is so important. Language played a crucial role in the organization of ancient societies in areas such as Egypt and North Africa. The Egyptian government, as noted by Shillington in History of Africa, consisted of educated peoples who had a civilized bureaucracy. In comparison, the Berbers in North Africa aided in the spread of Arabic language. These examples are important to Africa's development and modern society as a whole.
Trade in Africa has had major impacts on all parts of the world. Trade across Europe, Africa, and Asia led to economic revivals that helped to shape these continents and transform them into complex places. The trading of gold instead of copper or silver opened the way for the rise of new African states and became a major source of wealth and a new way of life.
We also study Africa because it is the start of humankind. It all started when the British naturalist Charles Darwin proposed his first theory about evolution on the origin of species. Within this theory, Darwin also stated that the birthplace of humankind was probably Africa, and scientific research over the past 3/4 of a century has shown his supposition to have been correct. Africa is still, to this day, the only continent where evidence has been found of early civilization. This evidence includes the retrieval and inspection of fossils, ancient bones, various tools, and cave drawings depicting their everyday life. And finally, it is important to study Africa because of the significant impact that Africa had on the development of our written language. According to Shillington, early writings were recorded on clay tablets, and then the first forms of paper were developed. The early forms and tools necessary for writing are what led Egyptians to recognize the critical roles that writing serves in our everyday life. Through the process of writing, Egyptians established an exceptional knowledge of astronomy, which led them to develop the first 12-month, 365-day calendar. The development of writing also led the Egyptians to require fundamental principles of mathematics. The principles they developed included the binary system, fractions, formulas for calculating the area of a circle, and the principles of a right triangle. It is important to understand that our written language was developed in Africa, which led to the development of the calendar and fundamental mathematics principles, which are all essential aspects of our modern society.